Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Florida International Panthers, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. The returner will field it and bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So FIU's offense takes the field to start this game off. And Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover and take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him, I think is big today.
Yeah, and that's what you've got to do as a defense. Sometimes you double team him, sometimes you play zone, mix it up, give different looks, because he is a guy. He's shown the ability to burn your defense and make big plays.
To the air, it's Bland. Caught. Crosses the 30, he's got to lay it. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play.
Turning it on. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. FIU pushing tempo. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. And he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David.
It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. FIU set up with another first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And this one will be stopped for no gain. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Second down, they'll go to the air. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He makes the catch. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Panthers line it up with a first and goal. Defense in press coverage. He'll set up to throw. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, FIU. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Clemson Tigers offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Lopez to pass. With the catch, it's pulled. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. He'll take the deep shot. Makes the grab down the left side. They make the stop, but a big pickup thanks to the big arm from this senior quarterback. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. Pressure coming. Got him in the open. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. The Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Gonna look downfield again. Oh, they're after him. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on 1st down and goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
And he'll home it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he puts through the extra point. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Got a man in the middle. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. If you plan to deal with the Tigers, you better be able to handle their defensive front. They have a whole legacy of this dating back to the fridge, William Perry.
Big old legacy, and it seems like every year they rotate so many guys that are so highly recruited, so good. Just great players. They're always big and strong and fast and physical, and they get after your quarterback.
Punt is on its way. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They evened things up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out, and to go on top with this drive. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Motion from the wideout. Lopez wants to fire. Pulls it in, it's Polk. At the 40, there he goes. Lots of running room. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. A great catch and run for 6. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Carter. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Florida International offense is back on the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Leaves it with the running back. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. while we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? FIU will line up to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The offense changing the play. Lopez to pass. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Looking left. Converts on fourth down. Still going. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Looking to throw again. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Breaks into the open. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved the touchdown. Let's see what Clemson comes up with on first and goal. He'll pull it on the read. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Touchdown, Tigers! Fit it in the window for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Fielded in the end zone. It's Carter. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Let's take a minute to look at Florida International. The biggest problem for schools at this level is getting enough big bodies, particularly on the offensive line. And getting a three-star guy like this can really help them at this level, Jesse.
Yeah, and when you get guys like that on your offensive line, if you can get a couple dudes like that, all of a sudden now you can hang with bigger, better competition. Games are still won and lost in the trenches. I know this is just one piece, but getting this three-star offensive lineman who's very highly recruited, that was a massive win for this head coach.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Going over the top. Got it inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. This offense has been a juggernaut. Have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run it on first and goal. Next going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson. They've extended the lead and taken control here in week 9. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. He'll bring it out. It's Carter. And the returner will be knocked down. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. We got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Complete to the right. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
That's a great sign for this offense. Man, everything's been difficult so far, and you've dug yourself a huge hole. They're going to have to find some completions, find some energy, find some momentum somehow, because it's been a struggle out the gates.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Dropping back, it's Bland. Here comes the heat. They wrap him up. He tried to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's stopped in the backfield. FIU pushing tempo. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. To the air on first down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. He'll need some juice in that arm on third and long. Looking deep down the right side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. FIU will line up to punt. He'll take it on the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. He's going to run it. Jukes his way for more. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. Tempo and overdrive. Looking for a man. It's Denson. Fires left. Complete downfield. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Makes the grab. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Unloads to the wideout. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Tigers. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. FIU has it on a tee, about ready to go here in the 3rd quarter. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. To the air, it's Denson. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. They'll run it from the gun. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Tigers have this offense rolling. Leaves it with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here comes the hurry up.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
They'll run play action. Quickly complete. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
They'll send the tight end in motion. They believe they can run right here. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. And the Tigers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Clemson. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Carter. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Florida International offense is back on the field. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Looking for a man. It's Bland. Unloads it left. That's reeled in. It's Johnson. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Panthers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Quarterbacks don't have high completion percentages from their backs. It's been really hard for this QB to get in any kind of rhythm. We got to change something up here. We got to do something different because right now it's just a sack punt.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. FIU will line up to punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity ladder. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Slithers into space. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Clemson jumps to the line.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. Wide
open spaces. Touchdown, Tiger. And Once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. The Panthers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw, it's Cole. FIU will line up to punt. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room.
There he goes. Gets it past the first down marker and still running.
We've seen it from this running back, too. There's a lot of ways he can make you miss. Bottom line, this defense has to do a better job game tackling.
Yeah, just hard to bring down. Just physical, runs through people. This is a guy that defenses hate playing against, and you see why. So many yards.
Touchdown, Tigers! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. RPO complete to open the drive. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Out of the gun to give to the back. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. So now it's 2nd and long. Let's go. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking downfield, it's Cole. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left him with more ground to cover. Rushes on him. Finds his big tight end. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. And the field goal unit is on the field. Never a doubt. Hold on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see what's up with that. Can't make contact with the kicker like that. A costly special teams penalty. You've got to know your path in front of the kicker. Offense comes back on the field. He's looking to throw. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
And they cut into this lead a little bit, but, man, it's still a huge deficit. And they're going to need their defense to get a stop in this 4th quarter and get them the ball back quickly, still down by a good bit of points.
They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. The give as they work on that clock. Got the first down and still on his feet. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Clemson is quick to the line. Might as well give it to him again. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Turning it on. Finally out of bounds at the 21-yard line after the big run. Just outside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Got enough space. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
He'll bring it out. It's Booker. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Back to pass, it's Cole. Spits it out to the back. Snags it over the middle. Tackle is made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there. On 1st down from their own 22. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets it to him on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.